Bombay, 1937. A mansion modeled after the palaces of Paris, columns shipped from Italy, carvings cast in France, ceilings so high a boy's laughter would float upward and disappear. Servants moved through the hallways in silence. A Rolls-Royce gleamed in the porch. The name on the gate was Tata, and it was a name that opened every door in India. On the 28th of December, a child was born inside those walls. He had everything a boy could inherit, except the one thing money cannot hold together. Within 7 years, the two people who brought him into that house would walk out of it in different directions, without looking back. His mother, Sonu, left first. Then came the lawyers, the signatures, the quiet conversations behind closed doors. His father soon found a new life with a young Swiss woman he had met in Bombay. His mother married into another powerful family. The adults moved on. The mansion remained. But for two boys wandering its endless corridors, none of those arrangements felt like a beginning. Ratan was 7. His younger brother Jimmy was 5. One morning they woke up in a palace that suddenly felt enormous. Their mother was gone. Their father was gone. And in all the shifting of fortunes, families, and futures, nobody had taken them along. The footsteps that did not leave belonged to their grandmother, Ratan Tata. Decades earlier, she had walked into an orphanage and carried out a boy named Naval. Because the Tata bloodline had no heir, she raised him as her own. Now, one generation later, that same boy's sons were standing in the same house, left behind by both their parents. History had folded over on itself. Navai did what she had done before. She stepped into the empty space and became the walls. She packed their lunches, checked their uniforms, waited at the school gate. And in the quiet of the evening, she told them one thing: hold your dignity. Whatever they say, whatever they do, you hold it until your knuckles turn white. Every morning, an enormous Rolls-Royce crawled through the streets of South Bombay toward Campion School. Inside, two boys pressed themselves against the seat, hoping no one would see. Eventually, they stopped getting in altogether. They walked, through the heat, through the dust, rather than arrive in a car that announced what they desperately wanted to hide. Ratan arranged for the driver to stop 2 streets short. But the car was never the real problem. The other boys already knew. In the Bombay of the 1940s, a divorced family was a cracked window everyone could see through. And children are not kind to cracks. They came at the Tata brothers in the corridors, in the courtyards, between classes, with the same words, the same cruelty, day after day, until the walk to school felt longer than the walk home. His father placed him at a piano. The boy wanted a violin. His father said England. The boy said America. 2 hands reaching across a dinner table, never quite touching. Naval spoke in measured sentences. Ratan answered in silence. At night, the boy practiced scales on an instrument he had not chosen, in a house where the rooms outnumbered the people who lived in them. There were no fights, no raised voices, just a careful distance between a father who did not know how to stay and a son who was learning not to need him to. Years later, someone asked Ratan what his father had taught him. He went quiet for a moment. Then he said, kindness and humility.